welcome. We are live, coming to you live tonight from Pope Francis. It is the home opener for boys lacrosse, as tonight your boys take on the visiting Northampton. Say it, Andrew. That's right, Blue Devils. Over I'm AJ Gonzalez, the voice of the Cardinals, bringing you this live and exclusive action right here on Pope Francis Prep. That's right, folks, Pope Prep. We bring you coverage from all types of different sports. Lacrosse, just another one in the lineup, folks. We're glad to be able to bring it to you live here from beautiful Pope Francis here on the turf, just above the turf, actually, here in the beautiful press box. Luckily, we're warm inside. I know the people outside are a little frigid right now, but we're inside, and we're cooking right now as Pope Francis is taking on Northampton here in this opening game. Reminder, folks, to like this content, subscribe to our channel. We produce the finest, unique content anywhere on the Pope Francis sports scene and, frankly, the high school sports scene. As we are live here at beautiful Pope Francis, sunny day, late March, MLB opening day, lacrosse opening day. Ladies and gentlemen, you know it now. It's spring as Connor Ondrick will try to get the party started with a goal, but eventually that one will roll out of bounds. Again, folks, we are so glad to be able to bring this to you. It's a lot of fun being here for this lacrosse game today. Boys lacrosse getting us going for this spring sports season here on the turf. As meanwhile, it's Gage Spralonga, and he is going to cook early, and that is a Cardinal goal. Just like that, it's Gage Spralonga all aboard the Gage train. Choo-choo-choo, says Gage. And just like that, it is 1-0 in favor of Pope Francis. Mr. Gage Spralonga getting it done right. And just like that, Gage, what do you say? How about a goal? Gage Spralonga getting it done for Pope, giving him an early 1-0 lead here on the big turf. Gage Spralonga puts it in, and just like that, it is 1-0 in favor of Pope Francis. Gage Spralonga, about a minute into this game, has already scored. Gage Spralonga getting it done for Pope, the senior number 23. A lot of plans for him. He's going to be at Springfield College playing lacrosse next year. Can't wait to see that. He is going to be a superstar for sure for Springfield. They've got themselves one heck of a player. As Rich Roy will take it, another heck of a player. Going to be an RPI commit soon enough. Again, this 2022-23 calendar year, this school year, winding down here in this spring as we're continuing and ready to go. Here's Ondrick. Gage Spralonga. Spralonga moving to the round. Cardinals trying to make a play. Trying to create some space. Here's Rich Roy. Roy trying to create a play. Here he comes, trying to make a play. Northampton just looking for the ball. Rich Roy still trying to get there, trying to do something. Here he is, Roy, trying to get there too. Here's Spralonga. Gage Spralonga has it for Pope. Spralonga looking inside, trying to make a play. That'll get over. Spralonga still has it. Here's Rich Roy. Roy on over to Matt Feely. Matt Feely kicking it back. Here's Rich Roy. Roy inside trying to create space. The shot. There you go. That's 2 goals for you. It's the senior Mike Wilansky, number 10, putting it in. And just like that, it is 2-0 for Pope Francis. With 9:47 to go in this opening quarter, Pope Francis puts it in. And just like that, it is 2-0 in favor of Pope Francis. Hot start for these Cardinals this evening, and just like that, it is 2-0. Northampton getting off the bus. Not a hot start for them. Cardinals up 2-0. Again, folks, one thing that we do know about these lacrosse games is this. The Cardinals, I mean, the scores go back and forth. I mean, it can go a 5-goal swing. You don't know what you're going to expect out here on the big turf. Sometimes you get an 18-17 thriller. Sometimes you get a low-scoring game. But we got it all covered for you. 2-0 Pope Francis, 9:44 to go. We're just getting started here on Pope Prep. Glad we can bring you this game. AJ Gonzalez, voice of the Cardinals, alongside Andrew Serrazino, running the camera and essentially doing everything here tonight. One-man wrecking crew, Mr. Andrew Serrazino, along with Mr. Jeffrey, who not doing the play right now, not setting up for the play, but he's here. He's helping us out too. So we've got a Pope Francis unit here. Speaking of Cardinals, they have it. It's Gage Spralonga. The Gage train is rolling. The Cardinal train rolling. Cardinals up 2-0 already. Here they come, trying to create more space. Spralonga again, he has it. All aboard the Gage train. Choo-choo-choo inside. Cardinals trying to stuff it in, but the save is eventually made there by Henry Fallon for Northampton. Cardinals trying to make a play there still. That was a big-time hit from Pope Francis. Cardinals looking for it, but eventually the whistle will blow, and it's going to go the way of Northampton. 8:55 to go in this opening quarter. Fans just getting settled in. I mean, I don't know how they're doing it outside. It is freezing cold. Temperatures. I mean, for late March, it feels like a January day. I think at halftime I'm gonna have to go get my winter coat out and wear it because it is freezing in here. But I'm gonna have to figure it out. The Cardinals trying to figure it out on their own end. They'll rely on Matt Feely. Feely, the midfielder. Or the midi, rather, trying to take it up, trying to create space. A little shake and bake from Matt Feely. Look at him go. Just like a little wrecking ball is Matt Feely, but eventually he loses it. Northampton will try to take it now the other way, trying to get on the board for the first time tonight. Northampton trying to create some space down the field. On the far side of your camera. Now they're going to take it behind the net, trying to create some spaces, Northampton. Northampton just trying to do something with Keller Mahoney. Mahoney behind the net. Behind the Pope net. Again, folks, Matt Davis, the netminder for Pope this season. Another year of Matt Davis. So Davis this year a sophomore. A little bit of freshman experience in him from last season. This year comes in with a new set of expectations. Cardinals trying to get some things done here this lacrosse season, along with all the other sports. Spring sports calendar underway. Opening day, or opening night, rather, here at Pope Francis. Glad we can be here for you with it as Nick Cody. Ooh, he is like a truck. Nick Cody going down the left side of the field. Here he comes, trying to go coast to coast. They'll move it over to Gage Spralonga. What an effort that was, and a flag's going to fly as Nick Cody with a nice effort there. We'll move it up to Gage Spralonga. Cardinals will still try to work it in. Here's Connor Ondrick. Flag still down. Ondrick will just create space and move it back to Gage. Gage will work it on over to Rich Roy. Roy behind his net was 7-11. Let's go in this opening quarter. Rich Roy calling shots, looking for the best angle possible, trying to make it a three-burger. Here's Roy. Roy trying to cut in the shot. Did that go in? I think it did. It certainly did. Rich Roy puts it in. Just like that, it is 3-0 Pope Francis. Rich Roy, the senior RPI commit, he's looking A-OK thus far. Cardinals looking A-OK thus far. It is 3-0 for Pope Francis, and just like that, this game is getting out of control. Northampton's got to find their rhythm now. But the Cardinals up 3. Enzo LaCorey will take the face-off. Pope Francis, 3-0 Pope Francis. Hot start here on opening night. Fans starting to pack in. And in the rather chilly weather here tonight as Enzo LaCorey will take it. LaCorey with speed, trying to just move it up himself, trying to shake and bake and break a little ankles in the process, but eventually he's trying to get it back, having a hard time doing so. It flips right up to Gage, and Gage has himself a goal. That's 2 now for Gage. That's 4 for Pope Francis. Just like that, it is 4-0 Pope Francis. They are putting the pedal to the metal early on against Northampton. And I think Northampton's going to need a timeout. Yep, they're going to take one. With 6:47 to go in this opening quarter, Pope Francis up 4. Northampton will take the timeout with 6:47 to go in the opening quarter as back upstairs we are here, Pope Francis. Beautiful day, sunny skies. It's very chilly. I mean, the chill. I don't know how fans are sitting out there right now. It is freezing. Luckily, we're here in the beautiful warm press box here at Pope Francis. Luckily, the heater's working this year too, so that's wonderful for me. Wonderful for my body temperature as the Cardinals will just try to get some strategy going here. 5-11, and just like that, not even 11, like just quickly into this game. With 6:47 to go in the opening quarter, it's the Cardinals putting the pedal to the metal up 4. Coming up, we've got the rest of the first quarter. Stay tuned. Pope Prep Champions play here. Cardinals up 4. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready to resume here in the opening quarter. 6:47 to go in this opening quarter. It is 4-0 Pope Francis already putting the pedal to the metal here on Northampton. Northampton having a hard time getting going. freezing day. Referees not even wearing their zebra uniforms. It's just as I say that, one's going to take their coat off, and they actually are both going to take their coats off. Wow, how unlucky was I there? But everybody else has a coat on except for these referees and the players. As we're getting ready to go. 4-0 Pope Francis. Hot start for the Cardinals as getting ready for the next face-off here with Enzo LaCorey. LaCorey, the sophomore. Big expectations for him. He loves lacrosse. Second year on the team. Transfer midway his freshman year as Enzo LaCorey will try to make the play still. He'll move it up. Here's Matt Feely. Feely looking around. He finds space, and it's Rich Roy. Roy slotting it in to Gage Spurlonga. Spurlonga back on over to Roy. Here's Rich Roy. Roy looking to create some space. Finds his man. It's open. It's Connor Ondrick. Connor Ondrick takes it back. He's got it. Looking for space around the 30-yard line. I'll move it over to Roy. Roy inside to Gage Spurlonga on the left side. Spurlonga all aboard the Gage train again. Here's Gage. Gage trying to create space. Shot. And the save is eventually made there by Henry Fallon. It kicks back to the Cardinals. Here they come, trying to create space still. That was Ziggy Buffone, hockey star in his spare time. Well, I should say all the time. Lacrosse a little bit in between, and golfer as well. So, 3-sport athlete. Ziggy's got it going on. Here's Ziggy again. Ziggy back over to Connor Ondrick. Ondrick looking for space some more. It's Spurlonga. Gage Spurlonga. Over to Rich Roy goes. Roy, little cradle, trying to create space still. Roy will keep it and move it back over to Connor Ondrick. So senior to senior pass there. Connor Ondrick on the right side. Going behind the net. He's going to do a little wrap around. Here he comes, trying to create space, trying to maybe send one out in front. Can't. I'll try to kick it back to Roy. Roy looking for it. Fight on the turf for it. Connor Ondrick trying to come away with it. Ondrick will move it over to Gage Spurlonga. 5:19 to go in this opening quarter. Pope Francis putting the pedal to the metal in case you're just joining us. 4-0. They lead. 2 goals from Gage Spurlonga. And along the way, a goal from Mike Wilansky. And a goal from Rich Roy have given the Cardinals a 4-0 lead early on. In this home opener, opening night, spring in the air. Weather's going to get warmer, folks. I know it's freezing outside. I can't state it enough. It is chilly here at Pope Francis. Ondrick. Connor Ondrick. Looking around, he finds his man. It's Rich Roy. Roy will just cradle on in around the 30-yard line. Here he comes with speed. Cardinals looking around, trying to create more space. Again, folks, big spring sports season has arrived. Baseball, we've got you covered. Today they are in Stony Brook, New York for their annual preseason little scrimmage/tournament. They are there as Gage Spurlonga will try to go airborne, trying to take it in. Did it go in? That's the question. I think it did. Did that go in? Still trying to get word from these officials. I thought it went in, but apparently it doesn't look like it did. So it did not go in. AJ's eyes are deceiving. It did not go in. And now trying to take it the other way is Northampton. Northampton trying to get their first opportunity of the evening going. Matt Davis trying to get there. He will. Matt Davis will corral it in or just let it go out of bounds. Let's see a little fight for it. Davis going to have to fight for that ball, and that will eventually generate a whistle, and that will still remain Northampton possession. So Matt Davis will have to do the trot back in his net. Northampton trying to center one out in front. That one goes past everyone. Northampton will get it back, though. Still trying to create space they are. It's Maxwell Watermill. Watermill downstairs trying to make a play, but eventually we've got a whistle. It'll still remain Northampton possession. They'll roll with pace of play. Here they come. Trying to create space around the net, behind the net, rather, it goes. Here they are still trying to create more space. They've got it on the side closest to your camera. So tomorrow, it's a big week here in the Pope Francis sports scene as well as the Pope Francis scene in general. Tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, it is the showings of Annie. So Annie will be here in the Pope Francis Theater Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So 3 opportunities to see the Pope players. They've been working extremely hard, making one of the best productions from rumors have it. It's one of the best productions they've done. So make sure you come down to Pope Francis to watch the play. It's going to be a fun one. Annie, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday showings. If you have any questions about that, you can log on to the Pope Francis website. I'm sure there are plenty of details as well. Or follow Pope Francis on any of the socials. They've got it covered for you. So, big week here for Pope Francis students, parents, everybody in between, as the Cardinals will try to take it upfield with pace of play. Here they come. It's Andrick, or rather, Gage Spurlonga has it. I thought he was going to move it over to Andrick. He didn't. Spurlonga leaving it off for Zach Buffone. Here's Ziggy. Ziggy looking around. He finds his man. It's Gage Spurlonga. Spurlonga behind the net. He'll try to move it inside. Cardinals trying to move it a wraparound. Here they come. Roy back over. Shot. They score. And how about that, ladies and gentlemen? It's a Gage Spurlonga first quarter hat trick. And just like that, it is 5-0 in favor of Pope Francis. And the Cardinals, with a domination of a first quarter, have a 5-0 lead. Thanks to their man, their starman, Gage Spurlonga. Going to be a fun senior year for him. It's going to be a fun junior year for me, too, just watching him play out here with these Pope Francis Cardinals. Cardinals have it. Off the whistle. They'll try to take it up. Pope Francis will try to make the play. Here they come. Trying to create space here. It's Gage Spurlonga. Spurlonga inside. Spurlonga moving it back. Cardinals still trying to create some space. A little shake and bake from Pope. They've got it now back to Rich Roy. Roy having a hard time handling things. He'll get it back with 1:45 to go in this opening quarter. Yeah, so boys baseball, Stony Brook, New York, they are. Connor Nemec on the bump tonight for them. Should have nothing but the best out in Stony Brook, making us proud from a far distance. Maybe next year we can go and cover that game. We'll see. Cover that little tournament they do. As Gage Spurlonga will try to rip a shot. That one's going to wind up on the track as it'll head out of bounds. It'll still be Pope possession, though. Here's Rich Roy. Roy trying to create some space. So to Gage Spurlonga goes. Here's Spurlonga. Spurlonga moving in the round. Cardinals, nice passing possession. It's been all them here in this opening quarter. Pope still trying to move it around. It's Rich Roy. Roy with space. Working inside. Shot. They score. What do you know? The Cardinals put it in again. This game out of control. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 6-0 in favor of Pope Francis. I believe that was Jake Salai putting it in. How about that? So Jake Salai, the junior, soccer player as well as a lacrosse player, he puts it in, and just like that, it is 6-0, 56.6 seconds to go in the opening quarter. This game's a rout, folks. 6-0. I mean, man, oh man, Northampton, not the start they were looking for here tonight. But again, we've seen these lacrosse games turn that fast. We don't know what to expect sometimes in these lacrosse games. As it is 6-0 for Pope Francis. And, folks, so glad to be up here this season. It's been a great ride here, this 2022-23 season, going to places we never even imagined, going to TD Garden. It's been an incredible ride, and unfortunately it's going to end soon, but we're still on the ride. So is Gage. Gage has another one. Gage Spurlonga. What an opening night right now. That's in. That's a goal. It's a touchdown and an extra point. It's 7-0 for Pope Francis without even thinking about it. It's Gage Spurlonga again. Fire the cannons, says Gage Spurlonga. 4-0, an opening first quarter statement by Mr. Spurlonga and company. 4-0, the lead for Pope. 4-0, 7-0 the lead for Pope. 4-0 in terms of Gage Spurlonga goals. That's what I wanted to say. Haha, I fooled myself. Face-off coming in for Enzo LaCorey. Here's Enzo LaCorey stopping on a dime. Moving it around, he'll just take it back himself. Cardinals still trying to move it around. Here they come, still trying to create some space, but that will do it for the first quarter. Coming up, we've got the second quarter. It's going to be a lot of fun. Stay tuned. Pope Prep champions play here. Cardinals up big time, 7-0. Excellent start in the first quarter. And Northampton's going to need a bounce back in the second quarter in order to stay alive here tonight on opening night for your Pope Francis Cardinals. 2023 sure seems to be fun for these Cardinals. Coming up second quarter, it's boys lacrosse. It's right here on Pope Prep because this is now where the champions play. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready to resume. AJ Gonzalez, voice of the Cardinals, alongside here tonight. Pope Francis opening night. It's been a success thus far for Pope Francis. Fans have packed this place, and it's 7-0. They're getting a nice reward here in this opening quarter. Face-off coming in for Enzo LaCorey. Teams will switch sides to begin the second quarter. As we're ready to roll on here on Pope Prep. Cardinals now will try to take it the other way. Trying to create some space down there. It's Rich Roy. Again, folks, Gage Spralonga starting the season off right for him. 4 goals to start it out for him. 7 for team goals. And with that said, the Cardinals out to a flying start, and the spring sports season begins just like that. We're ready to roll here on Pope Prep. Spralonga will try to move it in over to Rich Roy. Roy trying to create some space, so move it back on over to Gage Spralonga. The Gage train rolling. Move it over to Connor Ondrick. CO back to Gage. The shot, he scores, makes it look easy. Gage Spralonga, 5 goals. Wow. Put that tally through those 4 goals. That's 5 for Gage. This game's out of control. It's 8-0. So touchdown and the 2-point conversion's good for Pope Francis. And just like that, it is 8-0. Great start tonight for Pope Francis. Face-off coming in for LaCorey. Wins it cleanly. Back on over to Jake Jarrell. Here's Jarrell. Jarrell with speed. Trying to move it up the far side of the field. He does. Cardinals now will just stop on a dime. It's Rich Roy again. Roy. Going to create some space. Rich sliding it back. Just trying to do a little bounce pass. It goes on in. Here come the Cardinals trying to work it upfield. Up the turf, rather. Here trying to create space is Pope Francis. Roy. Here's Rich. Oh, Rich, nice spin move and a second one there. He is a jukebox, Mr. Rich Roy. Roy moving it back. Goes around. Cardinals still looking to do something here. It's Ondrick. Connor Ondrick trying to cut inside. Looking for space. It's kicked back. Roy. Rich Roy finding his man. It's Mike Wolanski. Wolanski, the senior. Trying to work it around. Cardinals still looking for space. Fight for that one. Cardinals trying to find it there, but eventually Northampton will finally gain possession. They'll try to work it up the field. I mean, it's been dreadful, the offense tonight, to say the least, for Northampton. I mean, and now their goalie's going to try to one out with it. It's Henry Fallon. Fallon will just try to fire a little long ball. That one's going to head out of bounds as got subs coming in and off the field. That's one of the great things about lacrosse, you know. One of the great things about it is you have subs coming in and out on every sequence. It's unlike any other sport, really, in theory. It's hard to, hard to commentate, I guess. So it's a little bit of a learning curve for me going from, baseball to lacrosse, but I'm getting used to it. Learning in progress here, folks. Don't mind me. As Cardinals will try to hold possession. They'll try to work it around. 9:32 to go in this second quarter. Pope still trying to create space. It's Rich Roy. Roy inside, trying to fire in something. Flag is rolling up in the air, and yep, that's going to be a whistle, and it's going to be some timeout time for Northampton, I'd assume. Let's see. It'll just be Cardinal possession. Let's see what these officials want to do with this. Okay, so the Cardinals will hold possession. It's Mike Wilansky who will do the honors of putting us back into play with 9:12 to go in the second quarter. Move it over to Connor Ondrick. Here's Ondrick. Ondrick inside to Ryan Goki. Goki on over to Ziggy. Ziggy Buffone. Over to Rich Roy. Roy looking to create some space. That one will eventually get kicked down the field. Cam Gillis trying to get back there for Pope Francis. Another whistle before we can do anything else. Northampton will try to take possession. They do, trying to run up the field, trying to catch the Cardinals in a bit of a sleep. Northampton trying to get a quality shot on goal for the first time tonight. Northampton looking for space. Ondrick trying to get back there. Ooh, Cardinal took a seat there. Wow, that was Ryan Goki getting planted onto the turf. Northampton still trying to do something. They're going to try to go coast to coast and try to fire on a shot. That one gets kicked back. Northampton still trying to do something. It's Liam Parr. Northampton will still take it, though. 8:15 to go in the second quarter. Coming up, we've got the Pope Francis halftime show. Halftime report coming up to you live here from the press box. Sunny day means a excellent halftime report coming in. We'll break down what we saw here in this opening half and look forward to the second half. It's been all Pope thus far, so it's going to be an easy report thus far, as Northampton will try to fire it in, trying to get on the board. Matt Davis says, not yet. Matt Davis, such an interesting story. There was a question of who was going to be the goalie freshman year. Matt Davis stepped up to the spot, and he's been the goalie ever since, and he's never looked back. That's found his natural position in net. Cardinals looking for some defense. Northampton trying to fire it in, looking for space, trying to create it. Matt Davis trying to get there, trying to win the race, but eventually he doesn't. Northampton will instead. Northampton trying to move it inside, trying to create some space. Here they come, trying to make the play. Northampton trying to move it around. 7:17 to go in this second quarter. Here's Nick Cody. Nick Cody trying to barrel through Northampton, but eventually Northampton will try to take it back. Not before they're met by the Wilansky Cody Law team there. Northampton will still take it around the 30-yard line. Flag flying in the air. This one's going to be on Pope Francis. Northampton will try to do something. Here they come, trying to get a shot on goal, really. I mean, for the first time tonight, I mean, they've only had about one really good scoring chance earlier on in the second quarter. I mean, the offense tonight has been abysmal, to say the least, for Northampton. But Northampton can still get it back. I mean, you never know in these lacrosse games, but it's time's certainly of the essence for them. They've got to start going quick, as Matt Davis will make the save for Pope Francis. Northampton trying to fire on a shot, but the save was made, and we have a whistle here. Stoppage on Pope Francis. Cardinals. As Northampton will take it. 8-burger put on by Pope Francis thus far. Northampton looking for a bounce back. Can happen here. Northampton trying to create space. Going around the horn now. Trying to just create some room. Trying to get a good chance on Matt Davis. Cardinals trying to get back. Cody trying to bring the defensive presence back for Pope Francis. As Northampton will still have it. And this Cardinal season for us, for our perspective, Andrew, has been an incredible thrill ride, to say the least. Teams went above and beyond expectations, to say the least. Pope Francis basketball winning a Class A title, beating teams like Longmeadow, East Longmeadow, Amherst, and that was a fun ride. And then we got really spoiled when Pope Francis not only won the state tournament, but also went to Minnesota and won the national tournament. So technically they are national champions. How about that? So high school national champions, high school state champions, Class A champions. How about girls soccer, too? They did win a class title as well. I believe that was a Class C title, if I'm not mistaken, as Cardinals will try to take it the other way still. So it's been a successful year, to say the least, for Pope Francis. Winter sports season especially. It's been an absolute honor and a thrill ride to be here with you. Along the way, we may be adding some more titles to the showcase. Lacrosse may be one of them. You never know. Cardinals now will try to take it the other way, trying to create space. It's Rich Roy. Roy trying to go inside, trying to fire a shot. That looked good. Rich Roy making it look easy for Pope Francis, and just like that, it is 9-0 for Rich Roy. Going coast to coast, taking it the other way, little shake and bake, and he put it in. Just like that, it's Rich Roy. Bada bing, bada boo. For Pope Francis, it's a hot start. It's 9-0. Northampton needs a bounce back. Their fans have been silenced. As the Cardinals now will try to take it the other way. The budding star, Enzo LaCorey. LaCorey kicking it back. Cardinals trying to create space still. Here's Connor Ondrick. Connor looking around, trying to create some room. He'll find Rich Roy. Here's Rich. Has it for Pope. On over to Connor Ondrick. Here's Ondrick kicking it back. Cardinals looking around, trying to just get something going in on goal. Trying to make it 10-0 in favor of Pope Francis. 4:15 to go in the second quarter. Connor Ondrick over to Wilansky. Here's Mike. Mike inside. Cardinals nice passing going around the horn now. It's Ondrick. Once again, over to Rich Roy. Gage Spelonga's been out of the game for a little while. I think they're just resting on knowing they're up 9-0 already. And a hot start for Pope, the exact start they were looking for. I mean, I don't think you can draw it up any better than this thus far. Here's Roy. Roy kicking it around. Here's Wolanski. Wolanski trying to fire a shot. Did that go in? Yes, certainly it did. Mike Wolanski puts it in. Ladies and gentlemen, the field goal is good. It is 10-0. Wow. What a start for Pope Francis. 10-0. Game out of control. And for the visitors, it is a dreadful start. Face-off coming in, and Zola Corey again wins it cleanly. Northampton player takes a tumble on the turf. That was fun. Oh, man. Oh, got to hold it together, AJ. Man, Enzo LaCorey just went right by him like a train, and the Northampton player ended up taking a fall, too. It was the yikes. I think that was Max Page Lakov. So he took a little tumble onto the Pope Francis logo and stayed there for about a quick 5 seconds as Enzo LaCorey will try to fire a shot. That one will ring up to Rich Roy. Roy now will just kick it on back. Cardinals will try to create some more space. It's Ondrick. Connor Ondrick looking at the time. 2:42 to go in this first half as Ondrick will still try to move it around. It'll be kicked back. Cardinals will still try to move it in. Create space. They are. Cardinals still looking to do something. They have it. Spring sports season just starting here tonight. Really the official start of the spring season. As Rich Roy will try to fire in a shot. That one pinballs over to Mike Wolanski. So went off the knee of Henry Fallon, and it took a big bounce on over to Mike Wolanski, and he'll now work it in. Cardinals still looking for space. They've got it. Here's Ondrick. Connor Ondrick. Ondrick looking around, trying to move something again. Here they come, trying to create space. Nice moves here from Wolanski. Mike Wolanski. Wolanski cutting it back to Ondrick again. Here's Connor. Connor Ondrick inside, trying to fire in a shot. That one will ricochet onto the track as Cardinals will take it back again. Here they come, trying to make some space. First time you're saying this name tonight, it's John Henry View. John Henry. One of the funniest kids at Pope Francis, to say the least. John Henry making the play there. Over to Connor Ondrick. Ondrick trying to stuff it in again. He does. It is 11-0 in the first half. Are you kidding me? Cardinals out to a flying start. This game is out of control, folks. 11-0. The score, man, oh, man. Call your friends. Tell them to watch the Pope Prep live stream. This game is out of control. That's right. We're not kidding. 11-0 start. Cardinals flying, soaring right now over Northampton. Here's Enzo LaCorey looking in, trying to create a 12th goal. That one will head out of bounds. Meaning I believe it will be Pope Francis possession as Cardinals will get some subs in and out. That's one of the great things that I actually like about lacrosse is the subs, you can't even see it. It's all moving so fast as Pope Francis again will try to move it around. Here's Roy. Rich Roy. Shot. That one is saved by Henry Fallon. So Henry Fallon makes the save. It ricochets back to the 40-yard line. Roy will just pick it up again with space. It's Roy. Roy trying to move it around. He's got a man. Downfield, and that will do it for the first half. Cardinals head to the break up 11-0. at the end of the second quarter. Coming up, folks, we've got the halftime report coming up to you live here from the booth. Stay tuned. Pope Prep Champions play here. Halftime show is coming up next on Pope Prep.